Hey everyone, it's been a while. I've been super busy with a bunch of projects and I haven't really had time to do any YouTube, but today I wanted to drop a short video showing a cool trick that I recently learned while printing 200 of these parts for a client. These parts were printed on this new machine that you might notice behind me, a Formlabs Form 4L, and it's been absolutely nuts. I printed 200 of these parts in just 4 days. So this machine is pretty wild and I'll upload a video about it later, but today I want to talk about cleaning blind holes in resin 3D prints. So this part has a couple of blind holes. It actually has 4. There's 2 small ones here and 2 larger ones here, and these are just standoffs for screws. And this clear part also has 1 small standoff here. Now, for anybody who has done SLA or any kind of resin printing, you'll know that sometimes these small holes can get plugged with resin and it can be tricky to clean them out. And if you actually don't catch it before you throw these into the curing oven, your holes will get permanently plugged and you won't be able to fit a screw or anything through it. So because I was printing 200 of these, I wanted a really easy, foolproof way to make sure that these holes always came out clean out of the wash. Normally, if I was just doing a one-off, I would just throw this into the wash, take it out, and then manually pick out the resin or blow out the resin from the holes. I don't really like that because it gets uncured resin kind of all over the place. These are parts that are going to be assembled for a product that are going to customers for a beta test. So I want to make sure that these are really nice. So I actually learned a neat and really simple trick during this job that helped me ensure that these holes always came out perfect. And I want to share that with you guys today. Okay, so here are some parts that I've been printing. I've actually done this trick that I'm about to show on these 6 parts here already. So I'll just pull 1 or 2 off of this build plate and then I'll show you what I do. So whether blind holes get cleaned or not really depends on their size, their depth, the viscosity of the resin, a lot of different things, but generally speaking, yeah, it can sometimes be challenging to get resin out of those holes and to clean them properly. So you can see these 2 sometimes come out of the wash clean, but those 2 at the bottom definitely have trouble. This is a through hole, so that's not a problem. So instead of just tossing these into the wash and trying to clean them after, what I've actually been doing is I'll just take an Allen key or something small enough to get in there, and I will push it into the holes. And you can see already in doing this, a lot of the resin kind of splurts out and a lot of it gets trapped on the Allen key. So then I just wipe it away and just repeat on all the holes, especially small ones. And right away you can tell now those holes are more or less clear. And so what this does is it allows the IPA to actually have space and get in there, because otherwise surface tension just holds the resin in and it'll just prevent IPA from actually moving in there. This trick works super well. And if I pull out some parts that just came out of the wash, but you can see those holes are cleaned very nicely now. So I'll just go ahead and finish this on the rest of the parts and then I'll throw it in the wash. It definitely helps to wipe the excess resin away from your Allen key. You don't need to do it after every single hole, but you know, once you've accumulated a bunch of resin on the Allen key, it's a good idea to wipe it off. And that's it. So now this part is going to go into our wash station. Just going to wash it for 20 minutes and then move it over to the cleaner wash for 10 minutes and parts will come out perfect.
Look at all these beautiful, beautiful blind holes. No resin.
That was it. Pretty simple technique, really easy to do. 200 of these parts and they come out perfect every time. I hope it helps you with your resin printing journey. If you have any thoughts, comments, leave them down below. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. I have some more cool stuff coming out soon. And this is actually the first long form video that I am using a lav mic. So I got this Rode Micro Mini, whatever it's called, during Christmas last year. And I hope the audio quality is better. Let me know if you can tell. But for now, thanks for watching and see you next time.